If you're looking for something easy to take to your next happy hour, or if you're inviting friends over to your home, I wanted to share with you this recipe for a pine cone cheesecake. And it is just what it sounds like. It'll look like a pine cone, but with 6 easy ingredients, you can put it all together. You're going to get 3 green onions, and you can find in the store cream cheese with crisp garden vegetables. Now my recipe also calls for a garlic cream cheese. I couldn't find that, so I went ahead and just got regular cream cheese, and I did a lower fat cream cheese to kind of reduce the calories a little bit. And then if you've not ever picked up Watkins liquid garlic, oh my gosh, this is the best thing. Just a couple drops of this into my cream cheese and I am good to go. And I was able to go with just a regular cream cheese. 1 cup of regular sharp cheddar cheese. And then of course our pine cones, and then I've got some rosemary, which if you happen to live somewhere and you've got a rosemary bush, that's awesome, but it's also readily available in any of your grocery stores. So let's just get started. I'm going to go ahead and chop up my green onions, and I'm going to go ahead and use the whole green onion just because it's going to give it some nice color, because you've got the green toppers. And boy, the flavor of the green onion is so great without being overpowering like some of the other onions are. So let me just finish getting those chopped up, and then we're going to add them to our cream cheeses and get everything mixed together. And they don't have to be chopped very small, just a nice chop on those, and they'll go right into that cream cheese mixture. So I'm taking my cream cheese with the crisp garden vegetables, putting it in my bowl. Oh, and that smells, I can smell those onions already. They smell really good. Now, also, you wouldn't have to use this if you wanted to use just 2 blocks of regular low-fat or no-fat cream cheese. That would work just as well. If you wanted something a little bit spicier, there's nothing stopping you from adding a little bit of jalapeno in there too. So, depending on what part of the country you're from and how comfortable you are with various kinds of peppers, you do have some options there. So let me go ahead and mix these 2 together. Now I do have my cream cheeses at room temperature. It's just so much easier to mix them that way. So I do recommend that you leave them out on the counter just for a little while to get them nice and soft before you mix them all together. Put those off to the side. And my Watkins, I'm just going to do a couple of drops because you don't need too much. And it's in an olive oil base. And boy, the flavor is just terrific. So I'm going to start mixing those and then add my sharp cheddar cheese so everything gets mixed together, and then add my green onions. Oh boy, I can smell that garlic too. The garlic and the onions together, what a nice flavor combination. I'll add my cheddar cheese. Just 1 cup of that is all you need. And really the sharp cheddar is nice because it adds that extra punch of flavor. So let me add my onions to that mixture. Ooh, it's looking good. And there we go. See, it's not very many ingredients, and all it really is mixing these together and chilling. So the main thing is to plan ahead. You don't want to do this 5 minutes before your guests are coming over, because you need to have time for that to chill and for those flavors to set. Once you've chilled that cream cheese mixture for 2 hours, put it on your decorative platter and shape it into like the shape of an Easter egg, if you will, just a half oval like that. And what we're going to do to make it look like a pine cone is we're going to take some toasted pecans. Now I get my pecans from a farmer's market, and I'm in Texas right now, and there's a lot of pecans in Texas. And I just toast them at 500 degrees in a toaster oven for just a few minutes. Keep a good close eye on that, or you're going to get them burned and then you're not going to like that flavor. So the toasted pecans are what's going to make that look like a pine cone. You're going to start at the bottom, and it's going to be a little hard for you to see because I know my bowl is in the way here. But you're going to start at the bottom and create kind of a point at the bottom, and then you're going to start overlapping those pecans and move all the way up to the top. Now I put my wide end in and leave the narrow end out so that we get that great look. So just keep layering those It takes about 2 cups of toasted pecans to actually cover up this, what's sure to be a delicious cream cheese ball. And if you have any left over, of course, little broken pieces, they're nice to munch on as well. But even if you've got little broken pieces, you can fill in with those. Just put them right in anywhere on the cheese ball to get a really great coverage. So you can see it's already starting to look like a pine cone. The final step, of course, is going to be just to add some rosemary to make it look like it's got a top. So you may take your rosemary and break those in half. Just add a few sprigs, and oh my gosh, of course that rosemary smells delicious as well. Simply add your favorite cracker around the edge and you are good to go. Go ahead and put it back in the refrigerator until you're ready to use it, but enjoy your next outing with your camping friends. Thanks for joining us on this edition of American RVer. We'll have more great recipes, tips, tricks, and all about RVing information on our next show.